Get set and hang on tight as we go racing on round one of the ARB Australian Off-Road Racing Series. This is the 2013 MBL Sea Lake Mallee Rally ARB 350. The season opener to a brand new series, the thrills and excitement of top-class off-road racing on show. Over the next 4 months, Australia's top running teams will do battle across 4 of the country's most iconic events. Huge fields, spectacular racing, head-to-head battles and non-stop action from the drop of the flag, all that and more. The opportunity to group these awesome events, huge interest from the competitor base, the backing from ARB and associate sponsors, all combining to leave little doubt this series will become a major part of the Australian off-road racing landscape. ARB's Andy Brown extremely pleased with the lead up to the series opener, as well as the great efforts put in by the participating event organisers.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, all 4 clubs have been great to work with the series. You know, you're always a bit tentative going into these things, but they've just ticked all the boxes and we're just wrapped to be with them.
For series facilitator and Super 1650 competitor Brett Price, the months of hard work paying off in spades.
It's awesome. We've got a fantastic crowd here, 129 competitors coming to one of the best off-road races in Australia. The series is 4 rounds of iconic events with ARB on board, Coopers and Nava. The series is looking really healthy. Grassroots racing, competitor-friendly events and iconic events in the country. These events just bring the competitors out. The competitors love them and you know, they've really supported this event and hopefully the other rounds.
The huge number of competitors, crews and spectators converging on this Victorian country town, providing a big boost for Sea Lake and the surrounding community. The start list made up of 8 classes, a huge array of competition vehicles, buggies to tin tops, 4 cylinders to thumping V8s, all looking to put their mark on this, the toughest of tracks. The competition format for the 2013 running, including the all-important Bailey's Transport-sponsored Prologue. Off the line in class order, 1 minute apart, the well-sorted field looking to grab a front spot for the event proper. The demanding 8-kilometre sprint provides the crews with a good selection of road conditions indicative of what's to be on offer come race day. Confirming there's still plenty of speed left in this competitor, Reg Owen pushing his Safari Spec Patrol to 2nd in the extreme 4-wheel drive class, just 1 second off the front pace. The Bowman-Hardman pairing again showing great speed and skill, pushing the 833 machine to the front of the class. The Fox combination leading the production division in their patrol. This level of off-roading is extremely tough on the production class with minimal vehicle mods allowed. Local performance 2-wheel drive ace Bernie Clossy didn't disappoint. Another clean, quick run, easily leading that class.
Left hand after the jump, left hand after the jump. Good, good. Keep it in tight. Tyres on the outside. Keep it in tight. That's it.
Action from on board the superbly presented trophy truck of Danny Brown. Great to watch this machine in full flight. The crew throwing everything at this short sprint and justly rewarded with the #1 spot. In the process, a brilliant 7th outright, an outstanding drive. The Aussie-built Mickelfab Raptor 2nd, a good start to this event for the Robertson-Luckraft pairing. The Sportsman buggy class may be small engines at 1300cc, but there's no lack of action here. Hollis and Hollis leading this well-supported group. Multi-times national class winner Darryl Smith again showing his supremacy, quickest Super 1650. This is going to be a group to keep a close eye on. Tough battles expected up and down the massive 31-car field. Another strong entry list for the Prologue class, 25 crews, the pace flat out from the green. The top 5 spots covered by just 3 seconds. The 164 of Neeson and Harness grabbing a 1-second advantage. In the process, also slotting into 9th outright. Burrows pushing hard, 2nd in class and 10th quickest overall. Chasing the outright times, 5th quickest, the Nissan-powered Sabre of Andy Brown. A great start to his campaign. Such is the competition here, he would be a part of a group of 3, split by just under 1.5 seconds. A brilliant debut run after up-speccing his machine, Jared Melville grabbing 4th.
You've come from 1600 up to the 6 litre, so it's a pro class, and he was nervous coming out and running with the big boys, but we'll be right. Car's handling well, and I reckon we should go all right if I can keep it on the track.
3rd fastest Prologue falling to the very spectacular Hendricks-Williams combination. The twin-turbo V6 powered Jimco making light work of the short sprint. No stranger to success at this event, a good start for South Australia's Aaron Havey. 2nd quickest, just 6 seconds off the lead pace. The super experienced Glenn Owen putting in a masterful drive. No mistakes and plenty of commitment. Taking the front row spot with a time of 4 minutes and 5 seconds. We head to the break with action from the Swan Hill windscreens Dash for Cash. The 2 top runners in each class battling across 2 laps of a modified Prologue track for a chance at the dollars on offer. This is the opening round of the ARB Australian Off-Road Racing Series. Much more action after the break. For the hard-working Sea Lake Committee this year, they celebrate the 40th running of this awesome race.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic milestone. The volunteers have pulled together again to put on another great event. It's fantastic to see that it's still running after 40 years, and we'd like to thank all the predecessors of our clubs and thank all the competitors for turning up and showing such great support for our event. ARB are on board this year, and MBL, Mock Blaze Logistics, came on last year, supporting us again this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. All our sponsors are important to us. Without that, the event wouldn't be what it is today.
Way back in '73, the inaugural event attracted plenty of attention. The then owner of the Holden dealer team, Harry Firth, built and prepared a Holden Monaro for none other than Peter Brock to run. Over the years, many big-name crews have tackled the legendary Lake Tyrrell track. To keep an event going for such a long time is, of course, a major achievement in any terms. Helping to celebrate one driver in particular, the very experienced and seasoned campaigner, Reg Owen. He was here all those years ago, contesting the very first event. Since then, his name has appeared on the start list on many more occasions.
Pretty hard to remember that far back, but on those days we used to run Volkswagen. It was a whole 40 horsepower. Then we went up to an 1850, and I think we got 50 horsepower. But going back on those days, if you got to halfway through the lap, it was called box clump out the road. We used to all get out and have a cup of tea or soup. You had an option between either or either. And everyone would line up for this cup of soup. And it was great. It was a great achievement even to get halfway.
Reg will be joined on the start line by a host of past competitors here to celebrate this massive achievement by the Sea Lake Committee. For modern day crews, it's still all about the way this race is put together that keeps them coming back.
Sea Lake's awesome, mate. Best track in the country.
It's well organised and the guys just do a fantastic job for the whole weekend. It's a credit to the actual Sea Lake community to keep the whole thing together, and just everybody comes on board. It's a great weekend.
The atmosphere, the people, the cars, the amount of cars, the quality, the competition. It's going to be a good weekend.
Plenty of new machinery up and down the entry. Griffith racer Andy Ryan on board his recently acquired US-built Alumicraft. The deal also including him racing in the Parker 425.
Purchased the car in August over the phone. Matty Owen had one, really liked the car. Spoke with John Cooley and he was really good to deal with, so we made the purchase, flew over in November to have a look at the car as a roller, as it was the way it was meant to be brought back, and John Cooley made us a pretty good deal, and to actually finish the car off and race it in America. So we went to America and did the race. It was great.
Andrew McClelland, another debuting at Alumicraft. His spec'd for the Prologue class and only just getting here.
We got this out of a container about Wednesday week ago. We've been fairly busy the last week over at Swan Hill with Brad O'Brien, Fury Engineering. And got in it yesterday and did some Ks, and hopefully we'll get a few more today.
The weather looking to be near perfect for race day, the team's making last-minute preparations for punishing laps in waiting. Another great feature of this event is the two-at-a-time start. 30 seconds between pairings, non-stop action getting over 120 crews away. On board with the leaders Glenn Owen and Matt Ryan, their number 30 Jimco on full song and looking the goods. A blistering pace has been set by the front bunch, in fact an average speed of over 120 kilometres per hour. At the completion of lap 1, Owen holds down a 31-second advantage over Aaron Havey. The single-seater man in a tough fight with Hendricks, just 7 seconds separating that pair. Half a minute further back, the group of Bannon, Andy Brown and Danny Brown, they're covered by just over 30 seconds. All players pushing super hard. After a hiccup on Prologue, Andy Ryan put in a quick lap 1, 7th fastest, and looking to improve on that. Unfortunately, not long into the second run, a power steering failure, putting all that to a halt. One of the Prologue frontrunners to not convert, Jared Melville, out with CV issues. 2 laps down, and for the front runners, plenty of overtaking manoeuvres needed. It's a bit of a lottery as to time lost held up by slower competitors, but that's just the way it is. And of course, it's the same for all. Safely in for their 1 hour service, Owen with a 33-second advantage, reporting no issues with the 30 car. Hendricks had slipped in front of Havey, albeit by just 14 seconds. Another to be happy with a trouble-free run. Havey's crew needing to put some work in, a small misfire and brake adjustments requiring attention. That said, still well pleased with their position and looking to push on after the break. Andy Brown next in, holding down 4th, with son Danny giving him the hurry up, 5th into the service. A dream run for McClelland and Mott, considering the newness of their machine. Clean laps rewarded with 6th and the lead Prolight. Showing a little sign of drama, Bannon 7th at the halfway mark, the smoke coming from the turbo. Good work from Robertson, Simpson and Middle Miss, rewarding them with a top 10 position. No small achievement in this huge field. Stay with us. After the break, we race to the finish of the MBL Sea Lake Mallee Rally ARB 350. Two more punishing 88-kilometre laps to be run. The Sea Lake course and tough competition taking its toll with over 35 crews already out. At the pointy end, the pressure being applied across the contenders. Owen putting in a blinder and increasing his gap by 37 seconds. Havey had turned the tables on Hendricks and slipped back in front. This is an awesome battle between these two great teams. Just 7 seconds, now the gap. Andy Brown continuing his push with a consistent lap and 4th fastest. The 164 of Neeson weighing into the fight, 10 seconds off Brown's pace. Just back from that battle, McClelland and Simpson incredibly separated by only 3 seconds across the 88k distance. 6th and 7th spots on the lap. The huge field taking part on this round 1 of the ARB Australian Off-Road Racing Series guaranteed plenty of class tussles. A great sportsman battle had developed, the Hollis pairing trading seconds with the 357 of Williams and McInnes. Unfortunately though, on the 3rd run, Hollis out after hitting a tree. All crews okay, Williams going on to take a convincing win in the class. The massive field of over 30 entries in the Super 1650s put on a huge show. This is a very affordable category to run in. With over 20 finishes, there were great runs up and down the list. The McClelland combination, using their experience, smashing out a big lap 1, grabbing a 60-second lead. Harder still on the 2nd and 3rd runs before easing up and taking the class in style. Reg Owen continued with his great return to this event, clean and very consistent across the 4 laps. Taking the extreme 4-wheel drive category convincingly on this, the 40th running. The Fox pairing took no prisoners on their quest to wrap up the production 4-wheel drive class. Fastest on all laps and strong winners. Their patrol doing the job superbly. An uncharacteristic roll and out of the event by Bernie Clossy left the Performance 2-wheel drive group wide open. McNay and Rook up to the challenge, quickest over the course and taking the points. Hard luck stories in the form of Andy Brown, well on the pace across the opening laps, running as high as 4th outright. His machine sidelined on the last lap, spoiling what could have been a great result. Fellow pro buggy man Wayne Bannon, another out after setting a 4th fastest on lap 1, engine issues letting him down. On the plus side, the always spectacular Extreme 2-wheel drive class did not disappoint. The mega trophy truck's great to watch. A special event for the Robertson Luckraft team, ultra-competitive lap times, their locally designed and developed Mickelfab Raptor now on the pointy end pace. 2nd in class and a brilliant 6th outright. The awesome 442 trophy truck of Danny Brown, one of many to have a super run. This crew have worked very hard in the off-season, further developing the suspension setup. The team rewarded handsomely for the effort, taking early control of the class and grabbing the win. Topping that off with a superb 5th outright, icing on the cake and showing the outright potential of this package.
Yeah, we went away and did a lot of suspension tuning. We weren't coming home till we got it sorted, and Desert Speed Lab and Dean Williams got this thing dialed in, and you know, we're hitting the rough out there, and it's like riding in a couch. It's awesome.
After a nerve-wracking lead-up caused by the last-minute arrival of their new machine, it was all well and truly worth the effort. McClelland and Mott producing a brilliant debut run. The Illumicraft Aussie spec not missing a beat. The crew putting in a faultless run. Maximum points for the Prolight class, leading the way across all the race laps. The fine effort further rewarded with a super 4th outright for the 2013 event. Third place driver John Hendricks very pleased with the result after a tough, close race at the pointy end.
The three of us were going pretty hard out there. We'd sort of catch each other in the red loam, and then we'd get to the white dust and get lost and be passing cars, and we'd all have different stories or hold-ups behind cars. But no, it was a great race.
A previous Sea Lake winner, single-seater pilot Aaron Habe, another to put in 4 strong laps. Thoughts of the onboard fire that put him out in 2012 quickly dismissed, going on with the job and succeeding.
Well, after that first lap, the old ribbons got out of my belly, and I thought this was time to get going. We started a little bit of a misfire there for a bit in the 2nd lap. Coming from lunch there, and did the replaced the CV boot and did a bit of work on the ignition, and then she's all good the last couple of laps. So yeah, really good.
For the Glen Owen-Matt Ryan combination, a brilliant weekend of tough off-road racing culminating in the win. Leading from start to finish, the pair putting in a serious effort across the 4 laps, but making sure the fun factor was still high. Plenty of friendly banter, even come interview time.
Oh, great event, yeah, great day. First in Prologue, first in the event, nothing major. Driver probably outdrove his ability a couple of times, but other than that, not a real issue.
Sounds like you two blokes have a bit of banter going on between you in the car.
Yeah, there's quite a bit going on.
Mate, we had a great weekend. Everything went fantastic all weekend. The car ran well. Navigator let us down a couple of times. We had a few offs, but apart from that, we can't complain about anything. But fantastic entries, fantastic track. It was just a real good day for us. Some places are just so hooky, like you're on clay, you can put speedway tyres on and let it go. Other places was chopping up, having 120 odd cars going over it. It was getting rough, but the rougher it got, the car just takes it so well. They're made for this. We want to see rough. It was fantastic, fantastic.
Round 1 of the ARB Australian Off-Road Racing Series, the MBL Sea Lake Mallee Rally ARB 350, a resounding success. A brilliant start to the series, a perfect lead up to round 2. For the Cruise, it's on to Griffith in early July. Another big round expected. More non-stop, top-class off-road racing expected.